Good to see you. My name is Brian Adamczyk. I'm the executive director here at the Brooklyn Music School. Thank you so much for being here tonight for New Music in New York. We have 4 beautiful original pieces for you tonight. So I'd just like to thank everybody that is in the theater with us and everybody at home on YouTube and Facebook, I believe. Thank you for joining us. So we're going to feature, again, 4 pieces, and we actually have a friend and a colleague of mine with us tonight who composed the final piece, Leonard Lassan. So we hope to do a little Q&A at the end. We hope that you'll stick around for that. Anybody at home, if you want to put questions into the chat, that would be great. Everybody should have a program via our QR code that are kind of mounted all around. So you can follow the program that way, and I would just like to introduce the 2 musicians that we have to perform all 4 pieces tonight. We're very, very excited to have them. So I'd like to bring out Lironi Hakami and also Shai Slutsky. Let's welcome them.
Technical difficulty. Oh my.
We are making one small program edit. So we're actually going to start with the second one, Lyrica Nova. Okay, so we have one more piece, the Condor and Woodpecker Sonata. And again, Leonardo Lassan, the composer of this work that you're about to hear, is in the audience with us. Please stick around after for a couple of minutes to have a chat with him and a Q&A. Can we have one more round of applause for our two musicians, Shai and Leonie? Just a few technical difficulties, but we have gotten past those. So thank you so much for your patience, and here is the final selection.
should bow together. We should bow together.
All right. Well, that was incredible. And that was the first time in the States where that has been performed.
It's a premiere.
It's a
yes.
premiere.
They
Yeah.
just gave it
Yeah.
life. This
You were the
piece-
first to hear at home as well. Congratulations. Congratulations. Beautiful piece. So do you want to give them a little bit more context or
Yes.
process?
Thank you very much. Brian, thank you so much for having me and hosting this new music program. And I'd like to thank Lironi for her virtuosity and musicality, and Shai Slutsky, right? For his amazing dexterity to tackle the toccata-like and the very difficult parts that the sonata has 3 movements. So thanks to the audience here and through the live stream that sit through the 3 movements. But I think the musicians together, they kept us very much engaged. I saw the audience, I felt the energy. The energy was really coming back, it's circulating. So yeah, this piece is really comes from my interest in the Anthropocene, right? The self-inflicted damage that our humankind, our human species, has in such a spectacular way done to our planet environment. So how do we do this in a creative way as artists? We don't perhaps all the time show signs but we do it through our work. We express our grief and our concern, our joy through music, whether it is to protest a war, crimes, or to say, wait a minute, our young people, they need to have a planet too. So we better take care of a planet so our children can also have a planet. And so I use 3 birds. The first bird is the more of the satire character. He or she is mocking the human machine coming in. And the piano, Shai had to come in with those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, dun, 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 right? That's the human invasion of the bird species, right, in their habitat. And Lironi had to be, in the first movement, sort of being the character that's sort of mocking this big presence, machine coming to her habitat. And she had to express all these dislikes and almost like a dialogue, but a struggle between the human species and the animal kingdom. So I don't know if the audience, and I would love to hear what the audience thought, if they could sense that friction between the two in the first movement. Yet there were times that they came together and, okay, we can maybe work together. We can live together. So the second movement is a different character, is the friend of the bird, that expresses grief for the bird's habitat. We have wildfires in the West Coast, right? We have unrelenting winds, right, throughout the Midwest, and in South America we have tremendous deforestation. So these birds are grieving their losses, right, in their habitat. So I don't know if you could hear the second movement, the sorrow in the violin and the depth of Lironi's playing really came alive to bring the music, I think, that I was looking for. The third movement, well, is the woodpecker. And if we could do a little talk about this, I would love to hear the musician's perspective on this. On measure 5, where the pizzicato comes in, that's like a woodpecker, right at the at work. And then on measure 47, I think 45, 47, where the arco comes in, is where the bird opens up its wings, and so and then the pizzicato comes back, and then the lento section. It wraps up the 3 movements. Then we have the recapitulation where the piano is just, the machinery comes back and the violin is fighting back and just really giving us an incredible display of Lironi's technique and virtuosity. So I really want to thank you both and thank the Brooklyn Music School and the creative team for having us. And I really want to extend my gratitude to my colleague composers, Missy Mazzoli, her team, Jesse Montgomery, they're wonderful New Yorkers, especially Jesse. Jesse was born in Brooklyn, and Peace was one of her pieces that they performed today. Now I want you guys to say the name of Sergei in Ukrainian, because we had a Ukrainian composer that Shai was actually interpreted as a solo piano. Would you mind saying his name? Is that a guy's name? Verkievich. Sergei Verkievich. So, a beloved Ukrainian composer that we were very honored to also pay a tribute to, and also to send our solidarity to our friends in Ukraine and many, many musicians that are struggling and suffering and taking on arms to defend their country. So we wanted to also, we can enjoy the freedom of music in Brooklyn, in New York City, but we also wanted to, with the permission of my friend Brian and his team, we also wanted to extend our solidarity to them. So I would love to hear perspective from the musicians, the artists, and anyone in the audience that has a question. I open the mic to my colleagues here.
Hi, everyone. We had a really wonderful time putting this program together. I think for us, these are all completely new works that we've never played or heard before we started working on them. So it was really such a pleasure to do this, and the contrast between the pieces as well. I think it really brought out a wide range of kind of what we do as musicians, and I can see everything that you've mentioned about your piece. I can really see it in the piece, and it was fun to kind of put that together and find the different birds, what's machine-like, what's bird-like, and yeah, it was a really great experience. You want to add anything?
Sure. Yeah, we enjoyed a lot working on Leonardo's piece, and we enjoyed a lot from the dialogue that me and Lironi have. Again, like Leonardo said, the human versus the machine, we really felt that, and it was a pleasure to work on that kind of work.
Thank you so much. Well, you both brought it to life, gave it oxygen, and I think in the Brooklyn music community, I'm a guest composer to Brooklyn, but it's important to us, for us to support young talent and musicians. Lironi and Shai just graduated, right, from Juilliard, so we want to encourage them and really hope that you continue performing many works. I know that you guys you folks do a lot of the traditional repertoire, so I really appreciate you taking the risk in giving new music a chance. And on behalf of my colleagues, we all thank you for doing that. And I know that the video of this performance is going to go to Colombia, with in South America, with the condor. Is a very important symbol. It flies from Argentina all the way to the mountains of Colombia. So this is a very much a global fight, right, to save our environment, and this is what we do through music. So thank you very much. I'm going to give the mic back to my friend Brian.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's have another round of applause, please. Before we conclude, does anybody want to ask? It's rare that you get to see the composer like right after the piece was played. It's pretty cool to hear about the process. I can't really see the audience. Do you want to bring the house lights up quickly? Brando. Just figured we'd open up for a moment. Any questions for Leo while we have him? It's okay if you don't. Do you see anything coming through? Okay. Yeah.
Do you find that most of the compositions you write, there's a kind of programmatic aspect to it, the way you describe in this piece?
Well, thanks for that question. That's a great question. I don't necessarily put myself in a box. For every composition, I use a different source, but you know, I really believe in every composer has to write what he or she hears. And I think that where does music begin? What is music, right? Where does music go? So I ask myself those questions. It's kind of philosophical. Does music begin in the breath? Is it here, in the mind, the internal buzz, you know, that we have in the head? Or does it begin when they play the first note? So all these things really intrigue me. And as I write the piece, I also do little sketches. My wife's an artist. She draws. She's a painter. mixed media, and I'm not good, but I find that sometimes even just drawing ideas gets me going. It starts, the process of composition. I hope I did not do poorly answering your question, but this piece, really, nature was the source in the struggle, right, to save their habitat. I would say that each bird took its own sort of anthropomorphic personality, and that's what I was hearing. So I'm just going more by the character and what I hear. So some people, you see me in the coffee shop drawing and writing and humming, and it's like, this guy, man, don't sit next to that guy. But it starts in all these random places, right? And sometimes I go to the piano, right? And sometimes I work with a string player in Florida, long distance, and I would send him samples, and he had a doctorate in string studies, and he would test all these ideas. And then when I met Lironi, she would also give me feedback. So I think this is more of a collaboration too, that between the artist and the composer. So, and hope we do more. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, any other thoughts or questions? It is interesting, like you said earlier, you guys are more accustomed to playing works that were written any number of years ago or hundreds of years ago. So yeah, I think that's fascinating to think about the process that takes place and the collaboration, that you do not get to do that with Beethoven. So this is a different experience. Can I put you on the spot for a second? Can I just have you demonstrate pizzicato for anybody that might not know exactly what that is? So this is the woodpecker part. Pizzicato. Plucking the strings, right? Yeah. And then sort of the inverse, I think you described this as the wings spreading. This is arco.
Yeah, right, 47 or so, where the arco comes in, measure 47. Almost, here's like, from the pits to the arco, she almost has this aura. I see a bird, beautiful bird, dominating nature. Go ahead.
Yeah, very different, right, when the bow comes to play. Great. Well, I think that'll conclude the program. Thank you so much for tuning in at home, and for those that you came out. We love doing things like this. This is a composer that I've known for a number of years. I have the pleasure. We want to keep doing things like this. So, thank you to all the staff here at Brooklyn Music School. Thank you to these amazing artists for performing and bringing this work to life for the first time here. And I think with that, I'll wish you all a good evening. We'll see you next time. Thank you.